This that motherfucking car show conversation.
You don't want to knock nobody's hustle, you know, because you want to make, you know, everybody. You feel like everybody needs to make money. But as far as the customer's concerned, at least in the Donk culture, they need to really start paying attention to what's going on with these shops and start vetting these guys. I mean, bro, you got to treat these niggas like, I need your credit report. I'm not leaving a car in a shop where you can't show me insurance, you can't show me a business license. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that are important to me. But I understand Ross's point of view, and I understand Sudi's point of view. Sudi's a hustler. You know, you walk in the shop and he tell you 10,000, and then you tell him, man, I only got 5. He'll take the 5,000, but he's not gonna give you. Sudi will make it to the point to where he'll give you a paint job.
You need to touch
that'll last you a year and a half, and then you got to come back and repaint it another color.
Dade County street nigga, I'ma hold it down. 5120 each one I break down. Supply my whole hood, visions to supply the town. I'm talking about Palm Beach, Broward County, back down south. Vato get them pounds. JG Wentworth, I need that money now. Same day we get them in, same day we move them out.
Yeah. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy OG Gigaveli, the people's champ. Miami, what they do. Florida, what's really happening. Today on the red carpet, man, I have the pleasure of having one of the homies back at it, you know what I mean, for a second time. My main man, Freddy, what they do.
You already know, my bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for inviting me once again.
Man, listen, man, it's my pleasure, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so listen, man, I'm gonna get right to it.
Yes, sir.
It's almost that time, man. The date has been, you know what I mean, been put out there. You know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know where you been at. I don't know where you been. You know, if you ain't been on the internet, everybody talking about it. It's going crazy. It's the the 5th year?
5th year, yes, sir. 5th year, man. Thank God we're going on our 5th year, June 13th. And you already know, man. We're just trying to get ready, working.
Man, I'm talking about the Super Bowl of car shows, man. For real, man. I mean, you know, let me ask you the first, like when y'all first, you and Ross, when y'all first started the car show, right?
Yes.
Did y'all like ever think that y'all was just gonna be like, you know, because it's been a lot of car shows, like it's that's been around for a long time. You've been in the game to know this.
Yes.
And to be the level that y'all at right now, man, was it a surprise, or y'all knew that was gonna happen like that?
Nah. We were definitely not prepared for what happened. Bro, we're just truly blessed, to be honest with you, because it doesn't happen like that. You know, those are things that in that world, it just doesn't happen like that. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? We just winged it and it worked.
But you had to know, right, pairing up with Rose, right? Like, I don't think nothing he touched, you know what I mean, just stay average. You feel what I'm saying? Like, watching his career, watching where he came from, you know what I mean, straight out of Kansas City. I just recently seen him on tour in Africa, man. I ain't see Africa respond to somebody like that since Ali was back, like in the 70s. Like they were running next to the cars. Yeah. Rose, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the dude in Belly.
Like yeah. I seen Rose speak on one clip, right? He was talking about one guy when this guy literally from the airport to the hotel was trailing the car.
Yeah,
and he was like, for real?
Yeah, that shit crazy. That shit crazy. But nah, like, I mean, I knew we had something, because we knew we had something. It was just who's gonna do a car show in their crib, you know what I'm saying? So we already knew we had that, you know, we knew we had Ross, so we knew that was gonna be big, but we just were not expecting, you know, that electricity that day, because it was like electric. Like, it was just crazy, the feeling on that property that day.
I was there for the first one. I was there, and like it's a lot of things that I want to talk about that I noticed that y'all tighten up with, because that first one I seen people jumping the gate. I seen like it was a breach in security bad that first year, man.
Yeah,
like,
well, like I said, it was it was supposed to be like a little family gathering type thing, like a Sunday barbecue. It was kind of like a vibe. A couple homies, a couple cars pull up, a couple people pull up. It wasn't supposed to be what it turned out to be. So of course, you know, the second year, you know, we had to tighten it up.
Yeah, because I don't think Atlanta was ready for what went on, man. I was there, like I say, that famous video with Top 5 up under the tree with Ball Greasy. Like he took footage from that and made a hell of a video. A beautiful video. It was great. Chad Ochocinco was in there riding horses. Nah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I was there. It was crazy. I was hooked from that one. Like I think everybody that came to the first one realized that it was gonna be something special for the culture. Yeah, and then the people that watched it online that year and realized that they missed such a great event, you know, they came the next year. And then the people that missed the second one, you know, picked it up on the third, and then the people that missed the third picked it up. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody, you know what I'm saying? It takes planning. You just can't leave out. You know how that goes. So people been planning to go, and this has just been crazy. Every year it's just been growing. So let's talk about some of the you know, from past experiences. Some of the things that y'all added, you know, some things that, you know, if you personally that you say, well, we got to do this better, or we got to you know, bring this to the table. Cause I noticed a couple more. It was like the first year was bikes and cars, you know what I'm saying? Now tell the people what else is added to this year. This year we added trucks, which we did last year. So we added trucks, we added the box Chevy class, we added a Jeep class now. So we got 3 new classes, so that's pretty dope. So we don't make it to where there has to be a minimum, you know what I'm saying, in order to make the class work. Because you're not going to have one box Chevy show up. Right. And then, you know, that's not fair. So if y'all guys want to be competitive, we all with being competitive. So we put a minimum. If you guys register enough box Chevys, then the class kicks in, which that's how it goes in every other car show. Like people that do real events, not saying real events, but do organized events and structure correctly, that's how they do it. A certain amount of cars makes the class. So that's what we're trying to do, so we can, you know, we can expand the keys and being able to give out more keys and make it a little bit more interesting. Talking about the keys, man, who ideal was, like, cause you know, in the past, you know, me from my experience of seeing competitions, you will see a trophy, you will see maybe a belt, you know what I mean? You will see, you know, a vase or some type of shit, or a plaque. Who came up with the idea of the keys? And it seemed like they're getting bigger. That was just Ross being Ross. He just one day, I'm gonna make a key, you know, the key that start the car. And by the time we knew it, he had it physically made out of gold, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, and people just went crazy. They just went crazy over that. Since he added that particular trophy or that particular prize, it became something similar. I've been hearing him saying like he gonna have a section exclusively at the car show that you can't even pay to be in like in this area. Like a VIP area for only key holders. Yeah, correct. Because now, of course, we're going on our 5th year. So now we have a lot of guys that have been awarded the key throughout the years. So now we're basically building a catalog of key winners. So, you know, it's like the music, you know, you build to it. So now we feel like we have enough space, or we have enough guys that have been awarded the key to where we can give them a little section. And, you know, give them their just due, you know, give them their props and let them know that these are the guys that paved the way for this show and helped us grow this show. So since we talking about the key holders, I want to take an opportunity and salute them guys, man. Can you give me like from the first key holder to the last key holder right now? Can you give them a big shout out, man? Let's salute them boys, because it take a lot of work. You know what I mean? That ain't no easy task to become a key holder. I don't know how the judges, we gonna talk about that too, like, you know, what the judges looking for, so these people could kind of like know how the judging process go. Correct. But can you give them boys a little airtime on what they do right quick? Yeah, bro, shout out, you know what I'm saying, from the first winners, you know, Nava, Extreme Auto,
We had Lynn from Turkey Leg Hut. Curly's he's from Chicago. He got a bike. He won a bike key that year. Who else? The King of Chevys. Kenny from I-95. He's just been, you know what I'm saying, been a force to be reckoned with in the Donk culture. Rodrigo from Elegance. Flacco. James from Race Fittings that put Bobby Brown together last year. That car was amazing. We had the guys from the West Coast. You know, we've had Cincinnati. We had Ohio that have been key winners. We've had winners from everywhere. Ash from 713 in Houston. There's a club it's called Tradicion's Car Club. They're from LA. Actually, those guys are 3-time winners. This guy comes every year with a different car. You know, obviously it's a lowrider. So, you know, in our kind of, you know, here we don't really pay too much mind to it. But you got to respect the guy that he's driven down from the West Coast every year for this car show with a different car and has won every year.
Wow.
His name is Chris Rourke Jr.
Shout out to that boy.
He's a special individual. Johnny Salters from North Carolina. He's a legend, also in lowriding, a guy that's, I think every 2 years, for the last probably 30 years, he has built a new car. You know, these guys are legends. So, and our sponsors too, man. Rockford Fosgate, Harley Davidson, Slippery Soap. I mean, bro.
For sure.
It's been amazing to see what we've been able to accomplish in such a small amount of time.
Hey, so a lot of the people I know, I should have kind of like gave them a little backstory on you before we dive right into the game. But you know, for those that been following the podcast, they know they seen you before. We talked about your story a little in depth. Today I wanted to do a car show conversation more so than just talk about you personally. But for those who may just watch you the first time, can you just let the people know like who you are? You know what I'm saying? Because you speak about the lowrider game. In the last interview I talked to you, you like that's where you came in the game and with the lowriders and stuff like that. Let them know what you do like for a living when it came to the car game and how long you been in it.
Yeah, I started from young. Like I said, super young. My parents, my uncle, my dad, they were all into motorcycles and cars. So I was brought up around it. And then we ended up just kind of getting like a little warehouse and building stuff on our free time, which turned into building this kind of 3-time champion car. But it was a lowrider, of course.
Right.
Then after that, we decided to people were asking us to build stuff for them.
Right.
So we started to take it serious. But we understood that lowriding this, on our side, wasn't going to pay the bills. So we started getting into like the low rods, the hot rods, and then start moving into like the Donk culture, and then implementing the lowrider formula into the Donk culture. The frame off, the rotisserie stuff, the attention to detail that the low riders and the hot rods do to their cars.
Right.
So that's kind of like how it all started.
With you?
Yes.
So speaking on Donks, right? And trying to like back a little bit go back a little bit with the key holders and winning. All the winners, cause I want to get into the Donk a little bit. Have all the winners been Verts?
Yes.
So what it is like can you see in the future you seeing a hard top? Cause I'm a hard top, you know what I mean? I love hard top. Actually, I got a photo. You know what I'm saying? Old school. I'm more old school cats. Like, I'm from Miami, so we respect all the Donks. You know what I mean? Yeah. Is it a advantage to have a Vert? And do you see a hard top maybe could slide in there and being one of the first hard tops?
I'm not gonna lie. I just seen a picture of one that's being built. I'm not gonna say who's building it, but it's a very impressive build, and it's a hard top. So I don't know if it's coming out this year or not, but I ended up seeing pictures of it a couple of days ago, and if that thing comes out the way I think it's gonna come out, it's gonna be a bad boy. And I think as far as the Verts are concerned, it's just a preference. I think that's just like a status. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just
right.
I like hard tops.
Right.
To be honest with you. So,
I mean, I fool with the Verts. I understand the Verts. You know what I'm saying? It's a special car. Yeah. You let your top down. You close to the hip. All the game.
I get it.
I get it. But I just wanted to throw that out there. Like, man, it's some hard tops that don't be playing. You feel what I'm saying? And I would love to see them be as competitive. Cause I'm a Donk man. Like I'm from Miami. We fool with the Donk gang. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, let's kind of like let the people know how the judging go and how many judges is on the panel. How that work with the judge or the competition part.
Our judging staff is about seven guys, which they're also car builders and car fanatics themselves. So these are dudes that are necessarily in the culture as well. So we always hear about, they're lowrider judges, and lowrider judges shouldn't be able to judge donks, which I think is a crock of shit, be honest with you. They are car fanatics, you know what I'm saying? Right. I appreciate tuner cars. I appreciate the sports cars, the hyper cars, the luxury cars. If they're built right, they're built right. So, but our judges are mainly lowrider based, originals, 50s and 60s specialists, if you would say.
Right.
And be honest with you, me and Ross don't get involved in the judging process.
Right.
So that's up to them, and we have full trust in what our guys do.
Facts.
We will not question their
So these are the same judges every year, or
we've had the same crew since we started. So they're also familiar with the guys, you know what I'm saying? They have relationships with everybody. They know the cars. They know the personality of the owners. They know the personalities of the builders. So that also helps because they are able to learn build patterns. This guy builds a certain way. We know his methods, if they're correct or not. So, they study the game just the way that we do.
I get it. Any particular things that like a couple for you being a builder yourself, qualified to be a judge. You know what I mean? I understand you don't get involved. Any particular thing that you could say that the judges I know they pay close attention to everything as should, but like a few things that you know what I'm saying, for those who just starting to be interested in the car game and on a competitional level. What the things is the judges kind of like definitely focus on? I know the paint, definitely everybody knows the paint, but what goes in the judging the car?
I'm pet peeve on cars being symmetrical. Gaps got to be perfect. Alignment, window adjustments if they're convertibles. The way the glass sits on the convertible rack. You know what I'm saying? Those little things matter. The trunk, the way the trunk lid closes, if it's if it's right, the way the hood, that I'm into that kind of stuff.
Right.
I'm into the bolts, bolts, the way the rubbers, if they're, they don't have overspray of paint, bolts that have paint on it. I don't like to see that. So my judges, I'm pretty sure that they feel the same way. So,
being that you've been around the car game for so long, you're a builder yourself. I want to get away from that the car show for a second. I want to talk about guys taking their cars, like, because a lot of money is in this game right here. It's a lot of money from my era coming up, when you just a street riding car, not necessarily competition, and I go to a builder, right? I want to know if you got any stories, like, because I got a car in the shop right now. And every day, I haven't been down there recently to look on it and check on it, but you like entrusting somebody, with a shop to build your car. Any incidents where disputes go on between the builders and the customer, and something like that, cause and how to determine if this is someone I want to trust. You seen any type of shady type shit going on in that game right there? Like, know what I mean?
It's a great question, and it's a topic that's been going around the culture for a long time. you don't want to knock nobody's hustle, you know, because
Right.
you want to make, you know, everybody. You feel like everybody needs to make money, but as far as the customers concerned, at least in the Donk culture, they need to really, really, really start paying attention to what's going on with these shops and start vetting these guys. I mean, bro, you got to treat these niggas like, I need your credit report. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I personally, I'm not leaving a car in a shop where you can't show me insurance, you can't show me a business license. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that are important to me. The way you maintain your shop is important to me. I don't want to go in your shop and I don't want to see your tools sitting on the roof of my car, no matter in the condition that my car's in.
Let me put it. I think I'm gonna tell you why I brought that up. Right. I recently was at AutoZone, you know, Slippery Slope.
Yes.
Did some shout out to Jeremy and Ross. You know what I mean, for you know, taking a product, blowing it up. It's like jumping off the shelves right now at AutoZone. Then Ross actually come out and come into the community and interact with the people. I was at the first one. I hate that I missed the second one. It was more crazier down south, but traffic, man, it was bad. If you didn't leave an hour to get down there ahead of time, you might have just hung it up, and that's what ended up happening to me. But I would have loved to be there, and the reason I brought that question up because I seen Ross online. You know I'm gonna go ahead with that, like just fucking with Suleiman, man, like. It was funny, but I wonder there
was so much truth behind it.
Like any kind of truth behind it. And what I'm getting at for those of y'all and what I'm saying is Ross was hitting on the fact like, man, Sudi, like, bruh, this niggas out here want to do something to you, man. They cars is stuck. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't being painted or there's bubbles in the paint or what. Like he was like really, you know what I mean? I don't know. What kind of give me the story on that right there, Ross and Sudi, man.
There's a lot of truth behind it, but you know, those dudes have a long history. They have a relationship that's, you know, stems decades at this point. But I understand Ross's point of view, and I understand Sudi's point of view. Sudi's a hustler. You know what I'm saying?
You think he put too much on his plate at times or something? Like what's going on over there? Like I don't know. I mean,
Sudi's a hustler, and you know, if you walk in the shop and he tell you 10,000, and then you tell him, man, I only got 5. He'll take the 5,000, but he's not gonna give you
that yam, that
you know what I'm saying?
that yam. You gonna get.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. He told me this years ago, and I'm joking with him, and I was saying, bro, you can never mess with me when it comes to building cars. And I'm just, you know, kind of pulling his chain.
Right.
And he told me something that was so real, and I understood the difference of being a builder and then being a hustler.
Right.
And trying to get money. Because he told me, I don't want to be like you. I want my customers to continue coming back to me.
Right.
And I was like, damn. I'm getting them one time and I never get that client again. Sudi keeps getting the same dude over and over for 10, 20 years.
You got to break that down. I don't understand what he mean. Like, are you overcharging or your price is too high or what?
Nah, I want the car right. You know, I'm a builder. I want the car right to the best of my ability, and I would never want that car to come back to me for a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm losing money by giving him a good product. Sudi will make it to the point to where he'll give you a paint job.
You need to touch
that'll last you a year and a half, and then you got to come back and repaint it another color.
Damn.
He's gonna keep charging you over and over.
Hey,
and over
man,
and over
hey. But listen,
so he a hustler.
I mean, okay. I respect the game.
I respect.
But what I'm saying is, I seen. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all go watch on Ross' page. I don't know if it's still up or not, man. But they had a good time. It was all in love. Yeah. But I heard Sudi saying like he's coming, and he is not gonna be this year. But he finna show y'all what he could do now. He finna put one in the show. Y'all think that's gonna happen? But Sudi's just running him out a little bit.
Nah, Sudi, and I have these conversations with him all the time. And Sudi needs to stick to what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it in the hood.
Yeah, keep it there. That's your lane. it just takes a different kind of animal to restore and build with a passion. And Sweetie, that's just something that is not in him.
Well, let's hit the game. So at the end of the day, is like, besides Sootie, I hear you saying, like, if you're out here, you trying to invest hundreds of thousands, make sure you get these folks history. Make sure you know that they certified. You know any incidents where it didn't work out and the guys' cars got stuck, or you know what I'm saying?
All the time. I mean,
I done heard some nightmares, and that's what I be feeling like, going down there and I can't get my car, or my car ain't right, or the people not there no more. What's going on? It's just it's a sad situation where we're in right now. This car show has made it to where every Joe Schmo that has a little social media following thinks that they're a builder. They're influence. I call them influencer builders. They're building cars on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's just not real. It's not realistic. So they're using AI image. This is what you built this.
They're hustling, and I'm not mad at the hustling. Get your money. I'm not mad at that part, but don't call yourself a builder and you're passionate about what you do when you're out here just scamming people. This is another. This is the new version. I said it before. This is the new PPP hustle with these dudes. They getting these dudes, for thousands and thousands of dollars.
And that's a dangerous game, because the guys that love the donks, these street guys.
Yes.
Like for real. Like guys that love their cars.
And not even in the donk culture. It stems in all the different genres. Right. Of the car game. But of course we relate to the donk culture because we know everybody and we cool with everybody, so we hear these stories more often. But man, it's sad what's going on, and I can't speak on, not knocking on dudes getting their money, but as far as the customer, the actual person that's walking into these shops and letting these goofy motherfuckers take control of their build and play with these people's money, man, y'all people need to tighten up and pay attention to what's going on.
No, I hear you telling. I hear you, and that's what I want to get out of you right quick. A little warning to guys that's trusting their heart, or their love for the car game with just anybody. Right? Yeah, but the reason I'm saying that is, man, because when it comes to cars, men in general, not even guys in the car, just a dude with a pickup truck. A guy car is damn near a religion. Yeah. Like when a female is mad with a dude, the first thing she do is bust windows out, attack his car.
Yes.
So warning to the hustlers, man, be careful who you're hustling. I heard you telling the consumer that, but we need to warn these guys, man. Like, don't be taking the dude's money if you can't bring the product to what cats ain't playing about them donks, man. All these cars,
not
period.
Playing, and it's just a sad situation what's going on. And like I said, the customer is the one that needs to vet these people correctly and just make the right decision. Don't be believing these people, man. The majority of these guys don't even have a shop. You know what I'm saying? They out here moving cars from shop to shop. Man, it's just crazy what's going on. Wow. Like, it don't even make sense what's going on.
Wow. That's
literally crazy. Don't make sense what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
I want to move in another direction with you, because I know you big over there in the Rose camp, right? And I just seen he just bought a anthem out right now. Oh, I'm talking about Minx, and I'm talking about that hit that I've been banging all week long. Yes. I'm talking about Minx in Miami, right? I actually made a little clip with it, right? Yeah. I went and got me a mink. I'm gonna spill the cap. I ain't got the original mink, but it's a mink. It's a hood mink.
Good enough.
It's good enough. You know what I mean? And I'm in Miami.
Plus, it's hot here. We don't.
You was around that project. He released that right after his big birthday. Celebrate, because you had French Montana in town, you had Max B, and it was some of the same guys. I seen all y'all at the beach party, his 50th birthday party.
Yes.
And then right after, I seen y'all make a video, right? Yes. What was your like? Did you have any role in that video? And kind of can you give us a little behind the music type tip? What was the like the brains of Minx in Miami, like the concept? What was it?
I love the record because of the sample he used. You know, people that know where that record comes from. What's crazy about that record is the original, you know, that's a Master Ace sample.
Right.
But what's dope is if you go back to 94, he shot the video at the LA Super Show in LA, which was like a crazy, it was at that time, you know, gang activity was crazy. And a big old brawl broke out at that show, you know, with you know, gang related stuff. So it brought back all those memories.
Right.
And it's a car, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because everybody associates that record like to the car community. So the car community is definitely gravitating to that record crazy.
I think I want to ask. I appreciate that little information, but I'm really trying to hit on Minx in Miami because Miami is known to be a hot city. Yeah. So I wonder, you know, I'm just trying to think beyond, you know, out of the box. Is he predicting a cold summer, iced out summer? Like, you know, he run around with his $1 million fuck you finger, iced out finger. What's it? Cause you next to him, man. Like help my people understand how he think, how Rose thinking right now, man. What kind of summer he predicting?
Rose
dropping some shit like that. But
Rose's premeditated. He has everything thought out 5 years in advance. You know what I'm saying? He's very methodical. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know the reason of the record, so I'm not gonna elaborate on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him, man.
He's just a brain. So, and then the video shoot, you know, I brought in the cars. You know, he called me one day. I'm gonna shoot this video. This is the address, and do what you do. So I'm just there to help. Whatever he needs for me to do, you know, I'm just gonna do it and assist him to the best of my ability.
So all the cars that was in the video was your part.
Yeah, we had Coke came out, Holy Ghost was out there, Jet Fly, Blue Magic, Dollar Bill. We had all the guys were out there kicking it. We were there till mad late, just vibing, you know, while they filmed the video. We had a bunch of donks out there. The Coke started doing, you know, donuts and shit.
Right.
It was cool. We ain't get none of that stuff on the video, but we got the behind the scenes, which we're gonna drop like a little car version of it, so people can see what really goes on. You know, the setup of it. But it was pretty dope. You know, all the guys were out there.
It looked like that. I hate that I missed it. No, normally I'd be like trying to ease my way in, little crack. Sometimes Rose will leave a little crack open and let what they do slide in.
It was last minute though.
Yeah. I mean, I catch what I can, but I definitely I'm going to limb. I'm gonna go on the limb and try to get in the head of the boss, right? Try to get in his head. I want to say it's gonna be a cold summer. I think he got some shit. I really think he got because I was talking to him. He getting ready to it's his 20-year anniversary of that track that broke Miami, that really put our mindset into the world, because you know that's what we do down here. You spoke about Sudaman, but we hustlers. Yeah, like Miami is a hustling city.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying, for a lot of reasons.
Yes,
like we natives. I mean, like we come from third world countries. You know, immigrants coming over here, starting from scratch. We don't have no neighboring states like really other than Georgia North. Yeah, but like everything behind us in the sea,
it's water.
Yeah. So you know, and some of our people came across that water.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? They had to build from the ground. That's why we call it the bottom.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, bro. I kind of believe he got some shit stored for this summer, man. And it ain't just a car show. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just a car show.
He been planning this for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, so but you know, he's, you know,
yeah, he's strategic.
He's mad strategic.
Right. Cause I was talking to him at the con. I had rented to him and what the boy name right now, Lucci. Him and Lucci was at the concert, one of the biggest ones, set the spring off, epic. You know what I mean? And he was telling me about the opera that he finna have in
Yes.
tribute,
Yes.
the black affair with
suit and
tux,
tie.
suit
You know
and
what I'm saying?
tie.
You gotta come right to that.
Yeah, he extended the opportunity for me to be there, and he said he finna pull out the avatar. Right, like the avatar, and I'm dying to see what this avatar is. I'm guessing it's some type of jewel, because he one of the only cats, and I know, and a lot of people don't realize this. The reason why I salute Rose a lot, man, because he embodies what Miami bring to the culture. If everybody studied the culture of hip hop, just the culture in general,
yes.
You would think that Ross, you would think that he's doing a lot of things. A little overboard, like, damn, who get a fuck you ring? Like I said again, with diamonds in it. But that's what Miami niggas do. Like, we push the bar on things, and when I see him doing it, I only could make me smile. Because they think that's just one Miami nigga that's flossing with the money, man. When this money really circulated Miami, they gonna see some shit back in the culture.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
And it's gonna get there.
It's gonna get there. We networking down here. So with that being said, let's get back on you, right? What kind of things you see going forward? Like, I know the car show is kind of like your baby. What kind of things, any offers came your way, like to bring some shit together, for the crib that you gonna spearhead, that you bring it to the table, like exclusive you, anything like that we could count on from you?
Yeah, I'm learning. I've been like on the YouTube vibe. I'm kind of late to it regardless, but I've been studying your show amongst hundreds or more. I don't sleep at night. I spend my whole nights watching YouTube and watching podcasts, and I kind of been learning the game. And I kind of feel like there's a space for us to stick our foot in as a group, as a collective. So I'm putting some plays together and see if we can make something happen to where we could unify social media influencers under one umbrella.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the vibe I'm on. Like I said, I'm not an expert on it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm definitely going to try. So
like when you say you're not an expert on something you just been studying, right? You seem like one of them cats that, you set your mind to something, right? And you go at it. And when you do that, do you normally accomplish what you go at, or you one of them type of people that just them people that get a garage full of unfinished projects, or do it just like, I know me. I'm just saying, what I'm trying to say is, once, even like with this podcast, I'm a nigga. When I speak, I'm a nigga from the chain gang, from prison, right? And I'm journaling. I'm on a journalist path now. I'm doing interviews. I'm doing shit that if you'd have asked me 10 years ago, I would have never picked this at my lane. Like who knew content was gonna be what it is now. And so I'm here and I'm doing it because once I set my mind to something, you know what I mean, that I can't let it go. Is that kind of like you yes. Something that's in you?
Yes, sir. I've always been like that. Even when I had the shop. I didn't make no money in my shop for the last 3 years, but I finished everybody's car before I decided to close the doors.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't bear to call a customer back and be like, yo, I'm sorry, I'm gonna retire, so here's your car back in pieces, and find somebody else to finish it. Wow. So I sacrificed 3 years of my life, without generating income, just so I can give back all my customers their cars finished. So as far as the car show is concerned, I'm not giving up on it. That's something that we just gonna keep riding and growing it, and I'm learning every day. I call promoters that do car shows. I pick their brain. I ask them, for alley-oops, sponsors, help, what I'm saying? Show me, teach me. And maybe with this venture that I'm trying to get into, I'm not going to give up on it until I achieve it. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I'm not an expert on it. I don't know everything, but I'm not scared to ask either.
I get it. That's the way I am too. Like, you know what I mean? I watch people and I study people that I can learn from. I'm a student of I'm a student of life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I guess that's kind of like what you're saying too. What I would like to ask you, like, take me into a day, just a normal day. How you start your day? Cause what I would love to do. I'm an OG, and that ain't original gang. That's offering up guidance, right?
Correct.
To a young person out there that's that's watching my podcast. That want to get into the car game, want to get into life. Like what kind of things that you do? Just begin your day, stay focused, and be able to get into situations like you is and elevate the way that you've been doing since you had them 3 years of making no money and venturing off into other things. What a day look like for you, starting your day from crawling out the bed to getting things done?
It's kind of weird for me because I'm at, what I'm saying, I don't know how old you are, but I'm 50. I'm gonna be 50 in July, and when I closed the shop, I was at the point. I remember I was telling Rose, like, I'm gonna retire. Like, that's it. I'm good. I ended up achieving what I wanted to achieve, so I was planning on just like coasting until the whole thing with the car show came about. So, be honest with you, I move at a very chill pace. But when I gotta crank it up, I crank it up. Like yesterday was a hectic day. I haven't stopped because dog needed me to do something, and I couldn't. I couldn't quit. Even when I was telling you, I even called you earlier. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. But man,
you here?
Hey, bro, I can't. I just can't cancel on you. If we commit to something, we're not gonna give up.
I can stamp that. Fact.
So I'm gonna make it happen because I'm just not going I just can't, I just cannot let it not happen or be irresponsible. I got too many people depending on me, So when I got to turn it up, I got to turn it up. I turn it up. Right. But for the most part, my life is just, chill. Kind of don't have to be nowhere at any given time. I'm going to be where I'm going to be at when I'm there. So, but when I got to work, I work.
So being around, Ross, like being around in that camp, a camp like Ross, like when I watch him, I'm big on. I'm speaking on him right now too because he's always on the internet, dropping like shit that he don't really have to drop. When I mean jewels on hustling, like affirmational type motivation, like he trying to motivate everybody around him. What it is like being around somebody that's aggressive in the hustle like he is. Like did that like power you up a little bit more, energize you, made you more aggressive? Cause y'all moving, y'all shaking, y'all got a lot of things going on.
The people that know me prior to, I know Ross for a long time, but in the last like 4 years, we've kind of been a lot closer. And for the people that know me prior to the car show, I would say, and to see me now, you could see how far Dog has elevated me. And it's not because of monetary reasons. It's just because he's a hustler, and he if you got a little bit of ambition, he's going to squeeze that ambition out of you. He knows how to get it out of you. So all you got to do is be around him. And if you're ambitious, bro, you're going to hustle and you're going to figure it out. So I think I'm one of the perfect examples of a guy that he gave a chance to that kind of did the right thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even our mentality on being aggressive, coming from where we come from.
Right.
I kind of think twice about getting myself into messed up situations.
I could do.
I diffuse, I try to diffuse things and not let things get out of control. Don't let things get violent. That messes up the money. Always.
Saying? You know what I noticed about bro? Bro, I could see him in Club 11 or like I'm saying, like he come across my feed because I support a lot of stuff. I definitely promote the brands. Shout out to all the brands that he's associated with. And I see bro out, and I see y'all out. Sometimes I see you out with him, and it be like y'all been in the club. The next morning I see this man in the pool. With motivate like where to sleep at, man. Where to sleep at.
We nap. You know what I'm saying? We nap. There's no such thing as like we get a full night's rest. Like the other day we were out till like 5:30 in the morning. You know, by 7:30, 8 o'clock, I was already back moving. And when I look on Instagram, he had already posted an hour and a half prior to me checking Instagram. Last night, I left his house at like 1:30 in the morning. And at 5:30, I was already dressed, ready to go back to his crib. To, you know, we were doing something today at his house, which was, I can't wait to see that drop. But, and at 5:30, he was already calling my phone. Yo, what's up? Where you at? We need this, we need that. And I'm like, I'm already about to head out the door.
Right.
So when, you know what I'm saying? For you to feed energy off a guy like that is great. And then him giving me access to him, you know what I'm saying? Because he don't need to do that.
No. I feel grateful a lot of it too. You know what I'm saying? The opportunities that I get, you know what I mean, to interact. He definitely gave the podcast definitely a signature stamp.
Yes.
You know what I mean? From that, it's been motion.
Yeah, he
like my views. I went from literally. I'm saying that this is why I'm heavy on saluting, bro, man. Like I went from 1 million views a month to 2 million views a month, like instantly. Since the shout out, since the invitation to the to the networking event, and when I first met you, you know what I mean. And that was my first time being in a private jet hangar.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I done been anytime I got on the plane, it was in you know what I mean, coming through custom with a TSA, you know what I'm saying? But the action, that was a hell of a, you know, I'm grateful, you know, and that's been my word for the year, like gratefulness, cause inside that word is great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very humble and I'm very appreciative, and I let him know that a lot, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you ain't got to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he told me, he was like, yo, whatever he need.
Right. So
he just got to tell me one time.
Right. So, you know what I mean? That's why, you know, I'm heavy on making sure, you know, get a brother his roses, man, because a lot of times dudes, you know, they don't understand, like, when people take a moment out and give you a little push. I want them cats, you throw some crumbs on the ground and you look back around, it's going to be a cake.
Yes, sir.
You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's definitely that. Speaking about the plane, I just seen bruh plane park next to Air Force One, man. Like I'm like, damn, man. You know what I mean? Like that's big, man. Like this, you know what I mean? But Air Force One, look, it really let me know, boy. Ross, you gotta get it. Boy, I'm talking like it's swallowed.
It's levels, yeah.
It's levels. You know what I mean? But just being in the same, you know what I mean? That's some big shit.
Yeah, the conversations we have sometimes, like sometimes that's just like surreal. Like the shit that he tells me, it's like there's no way he's saying the shit that he's saying.
Right.
And he dead ass serious.
Dead ass.
Yo, that nigga dead ass serious about that shit. And I'll be like, damn, like, yo, that's just like I can't even speak on it, but yo, it's just crazy the shit he tells me sometimes. And I'll be like, yo, does he realize what he just said?
Make you wonder. Hey, you know. Let's get back to what this. He told me. See, he told alley hoops, and he don't think a nigga catch it. But he told me an alley hoop when he invited me to the garage that day.
Yeah.
And he was like, "This car show conversations."
Yes.
And you know he big on Rolls Royce conversation. I pick it back and throw him some shit. Boy, Ross, boy, I seen you in the jet. But what them G5 conversations be like? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's get back to car show conversation now, right?
13th once again.
Yeah. Shout out to the big car show, man. That's what we here for. I know we veered off in a lot of different things, but that what happens when you get around great people, man. But nah, you got so much to talk about. Back to the car show. What? Because I see y'all capitalizing off a lot of needs, right? And one of them I'm gonna point out that y'all may think nobody paid attention to. Y'all renting the golf carts.
Yes.
Like who thought, like, who thinks of those small things? Like, hey, bro, we missing a bag right here cause I'm like, damn, boy. That was a hustle right there. That's something I could have pitched to Freddy. Like, boy, I got like 8 golf carts, man. I went and bought them things, man, cause that's a need. Cause that's a big piece of property, bro. You spoke on it earlier, like, man, we gonna have a car show at the house. That ain't just a house. That's an estate. That's an estate, bro. That, man, there's so much land. Y'all don't much use the whole place.
No.
Like, so who paying attention to the details of making the experience? like a little more comfortable for
it's
everybody.
It's a collective effort amongst all of us. People only see me and Ross, but there's a whole team that is behind that car show that really don't get the recognition. You know what I'm saying? We got Skinny, we got Short Leg.
Shout out to that boy Skinny, man.
Skinny, Short Leg. We got George, which plays a major part. We got my boy Ever. We got my boy Fuzzy from LA, the King of Chevys. These guys fly down, you know what I'm saying, for a week or two to help me, you know, get Ross's cars running and, you know what I'm saying, put them back up to running conditions. The batteries are low, whatever they need. And then administrative, you know, Ross's sister.
Shout out to her.
You know what I'm saying?
I see her. She posts a lot. She active on social media. I see her reposting everything.
Yeah, nothing gets
so
done.
So it was her idea about the golf carts, or just one of the people in the team.
Yeah, it was just collective. But you know,
y'all have meetings on. We have
Zoom meetings every 2 weeks prior to the car show. Every week, you know, like a couple months before the car show, we'll have it like every 2 weeks. Once the car show starts getting closer, you know, we have, you know, meetings with the city, chief of police. You know, it's a big process. So we have Zoom meetings. Ross's sister's assistant, she plays a major role. Our graphic designer, Ocean, he runs our website. He runs our social media pages. He's our full-time graphic designer. He makes all the content that you see. That's all him.
Right.
So it's a big team.
It gotta be.
That is behind that car show, that play major roles that really don't get the recognition. You know what I'm saying? Everybody plays their role. So
you spoke about the chief of police, right? Being one of the guys, I done been to 2 car shows. The last one I went to was the last one, and I didn't make it all the way in because like they got the whole, like if you right there on Old National. Like literally that street before you get to the property, you can't even much turn down, and they only letting the shuttle buses that you have to go to these different sites.
Correct.
To be in line.
Yes. To
get on these buses. That's gonna be the similar route that's gonna be taking place again?
Yes,
Did that work good last year?
It works great. It's a lot organized. It helps with the traffic, so it's gonna be the same procedures implemented. So, but you know, we have VIP parking passes, which will let you on the property, so you can avoid, you know, doing the buses.
Right.
But it's also limited. You know, we only can sell a certain amount of tickets.
Right.
On that, so it's not a free for all.
Right.
We have to cater.
Because the first year I pulled straight into the property. The first year.
Yeah, but you know, like
I told you, it was a breach. It was a breach of security.
Yeah, we ain't know that was gonna happen.
Right.
We're not, you know what I'm saying? We just thinking a couple homies gonna pull up, you know, a couple cars gonna pull up. It wasn't supposed to be what it turned out to be.
Man, that was a freak. It was like damn, a freak meet.
Yeah,
it was damn, like I'm telling you, man. Like if y'all, man, listen, man. If y'all want to experience not only just the car, you know, yeah, it's a lot more go on. I see they got Finesse 2-time performance. That's the only artist that I heard. Like literally, I don't know if you qualified as the leak any more performances out. Who else y'all got?
No, we can't.
Okay.
Yeah, but we got,
I tried to get it for y'all, but you know Finesse gonna be there.
Yeah, Finesse 2 times gonna be there. And Rose actually a couple days ago, he told me he's working on something big. I don't get involved.
Right.
You know, Ross has relationships with these guys.
Right.
He works that on his own with his sister. So he just told me, yo, this person's coming. Make it.
I tried, y'all. I tried, y'all. Yeah. Just know that, man. In the past years, it has been a lot of artists perform up there on that stage. Before this actually happened, before the key giving. I think the key giving out part is like the finale, or is that like
it's after the performance?
After the performance, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it closes out the.
Right. Because that's what everybody be waiting on. Correct. After everybody have a good time, the food is great there. Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing it, man. That's why I definitely want to have you back before it. You know, we gonna have this aired. Like I'm rushing this out.
Yeah, correct.
You feel what I'm saying? Because you know we want to encourage people to come have a good time.
Absolutely,
it's a hell of an experience.
It's a hell of an experience. It's a great time as a family. You know what I'm saying? It's like a big old family event. It's a big car culture family reunion. You know what I'm saying? And maybe one day we'll have a suit and tie, you know what I'm saying, pre-Grammy, you know what I'm saying, event. You know what I'm saying? We're going to probably, if it gets to that point, who knows, man? We just trying to make this big and give people something that they never seen before.
But I'm going to tell y'all this, though. What They Do podcast would definitely be there with content. I'm coming I'm coming in the air. I'm trying to cover the whole show for y'all. For those of y'all that can't get off from work, I'm sorry for you, but one thing about it, we gonna bring it to you the best that we can from our content, you know what I mean? So make sure y'all keep it locked on What They Do podcast for what we gonna be doing. We gonna be everywhere, man. I'm coming, and I know it be hot. I'm coming with the I'm coming prepared. Even if I gotta rent a golf cart, I'm gonna get around that thing. But we were mentioning earlier in the interview, you were saying, you just studying YouTube. You understanding the content game. I've been seeing you do a lot of podcasts. Is podcasting something that you see like a show, not necessarily a podcast? I don't like to call my show a podcast. It's like a show to me, man.
Like a show.
It's like a show. It's the quality, and the level that we stepping up with over here, and the views that we stepping up over here with. It's more of a show.
Yes.
You can see yourself doing I kind of like pairing up with OG and a few more car culture people. We just get a real car show conversation going, or a car conversation going, or just a cultural conversation going.
I think it's needed. We're in that space right now where it's definitely needed. It needs some guidance. It needs some structure. I'm more of a supporter type of person. I like to play the background. But I understand that there's certain things that I gotta kind of be the face of it. So I'm with like hosting my own show, you know what I'm saying, with a panel, put a panel together.
Right.
And, brainstorm and jump ideas and questions off each other. I think it's needed, man.
Let me ask you this. Being in the game as long as you been in the car building game, the car culture game, what's some of the things that you see that if you want to give advice to the whole culture, to everybody that's in the car game, being that you a boss in it, being that you one of the biggest builders, if Freddy decide to build a car, you already done told us how particulars with the gaps and this, like, and we know you're a professional. I done heard about your old shop. Like, somebody told me you could eat literally off, like, eat off the floor in there. You so you know what I mean, particular about that type of neatness. And I don't know how you do that in a car. I never seen a garage, but I heard your garage pretty clean, right?
Yeah,
when you
my cars would get washed, you know what I'm saying, even if they weren't being worked on. The car wash guy will come every Friday, clean all the cars. So
the question I was getting at, right, was every movement, every great thing has challenges, right? Do you see anything that could possibly interrupt the success that the car game has been having thus far? I'm talking about, you got different groups out here now. You got like Death Row, you got the Top 5 boys, you know what I mean? Shout out to all them boys. I fool with them boys, definitely holding South Florida down. But then you got these other different groups, like, you know what I mean? It's car shows, like, literally, there's one coming up for Easter, and I think Top 5 got something going on. All these different. Do you see anything that you want to warn the car show, the community with, or anything that you see that, that y'all need to pay attention to? Or then, once you answer that, with a follow-up question, what do you see that, like, solutions to stopping some of the things?
I mean, it's a lot of positive in it, and there's also a lot of negatives. As far as, like I told you earlier, as far as the customer is concerned, they need to start opening their eyes, start really paying attention to how they're spending their money and who they're giving their money to, and how these cars are being built. These cars, there's a lot of cars that are disasters and liabilities on the road. You know what I'm saying? So that's one. I think there's a lot of ego, too much ego. The ego messes up the money. And I personally think collectively we're stronger if we work together. You know what I'm saying? I think it needs a lot of unity right now. There's too much division, which comes from the ego. So I don't know, you know, like I know in prison there's a dude, you know, that called the shots.
Right.
I think we're at that stage where there needs to be a certain kind of dudes that could kind of diffuse situations, and if they make a call, that's the call. That's it. You know, whatever dogs say, that's how it's gonna go down. I think, you know, structure is needed right now. It needs that dude that his voice and his holds weight. Nobody's going, you know what I'm saying, play with that person and try to, you know what I'm saying, try to play with them. If dogs say this is how we running this, then that's what we got to do.
So that's a kind of a solution to the ego-ness and stuff you see that may bring, because reason I said that, I just seen, you know, I'm busy online. I just seen the owner of the Hard Rock, you know what I mean, stadium, and I just seen this man say the NASCAR, just we talking cars.
Yes.
He's saying those races that comes to the stadium generate more money. That 1 week generate more money than all the NFL games that be played combined there, right? And like the sections, like a regular NFL fan spend like $400. This is what the post said. Mm-hmm. The regular NASCAR fan spends at least $1,000 for that experience, right? And it's more money, like it's more quality. So what I'm getting at is this culture we're talking about, this car culture, this car building culture, this culture that is we gonna say minority, you know what I'm saying, black and brown, you know what I'm saying. It's generating a lot of money, kind of like the rap game did, you know.
Correct.
And we see that, if you want to say, we not the labels, right? The labels control the industry.
Correct.
With all this money that goes into this culture through the year, if the guys that started this don't come together like this is my prediction from an OG. If they don't come to it and get the egos out the way, they could possibly either dismantle, or it could get, you know what I'm saying, it could get overtook, or we can control it. Like, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to go at with it? Like, what's your thoughts on that? It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a difficult question to answer, because let's just hypothetically say that we do have unity. You know what I'm saying? And we do find a way.
How far that go? How you see that?
Yeah,
how far can that go?
So let's say we are coexisting together. It's just going to be that one person that's going to feel entitled to, let's say, what you've been able to accomplish. And he's low-key going to dismantle whatever we built because he feels a certain way of your success.
It's always that Judas.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a messed up situation. I don't think, you know, it's hard to find a final resolution to it. And that's why the shit's always divided. Everybody's out for them. So even like right now, there's a car show damn near every weekend.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You're saturating the market, bro. Like, it's what they did to the race culture. You only got 10 racers. You can't have 7-8 events a year with 10 racers. It's just not, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. These guys are worrying about breaking cars and, you know, trying to save money to fix their car for the next race. It just doesn't make sense having 7-8 events a year with 10 racers. So
that's kind of like seeing like what you just saying, like see how I reference y'all car show as the Super Bowl of the car shows.
Correct.
So what I'm looking at is, like you say, is a lot of car shows. Like every other month is this car show, that car show, this car show. It seems to me like it should be maybe quarterly leads up to the big one, and you know what I'm saying, like you know what I mean, like I don't know, like some type of
structure,
because it can get burnt out. People are like, oh, just another car show.
Just another car show, just another car show.
Tired of seeing them cars.
Tired of seeing the same, 10, 15 cars. You can't build new cars fast enough
to keep up
for
with
the amount with the events that are going on. People don't want to go out and see the same cars over and over again.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like in the lowrider culture, there's 200-300 brand new cars coming out every year. You know what I'm saying? So you can have a bunch of shows because every car show you're gonna see a new build,
right?
And a popular face in the culture that people are excited to see what they're coming out with. We don't have that. So how can we have 2 shows, 3 shows a month with the same 15 new cars? The new cars that we just had drop was Supercharged Kid and Turbo Kid. How many car shows haven't we already had since those guys came out? By the time, you know what I'm saying, people already tired of seeing their cars. There's nothing else new. So it's just too much, man. They got to slow that shit down. It's too much.
Well, right now, man, we enjoying it. We're going to speak about the positive. We're going to speak about what's been successful. I enjoy the cars. I enjoy, the atmosphere. That's why to me, it don't only be a car show, it be a concert.
Yes.
It be levels, it be other levels to the car show, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely a fan of being outside. Interacting with the people, regardless if it's the same, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely see that. I just want to pay, I like to look at things from all angles.
Yes.
That's why I asked you the question. I like to look at things from all angles because I want to protect it.
Yes.
I enjoy cars. Like I'm from Miami, like I like to see the cars I like street cars. I like to see. Yeah. I just shout out to Ferrari Fred, man. Recently, just had Beetlejuice out in the hood, man. Like bringing the cars to the hood, letting the people feel it. You know what I mean? Without spending so much money just to see it. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, shout out to them boys that ride their cars daily for the road. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be one of them. I'm not even much. I ain't got no aspiration that you must come to enter a car show game.
Nah,
because you asked me how old I was, I'm 52. Like I done built cars from a teenager.
Correct.
Like I've been riding in Chevys, been riding in Donks. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Miami, it's something that we did. I like to take credit for Miami bringing the paint game to the level, from the bowling ball, the flip flops, you know what I'm saying, on all kind of rides. You feel what I'm saying? Not just deuce in the quarters, you know what I'm saying? Regals, you know what I'm saying? Cutlasses, you know what I mean? So yeah. I'm an old schooler, and I appreciate guys like yourself. You're gonna always be, like, to me, entertaining.
Yes.
Always be a vast of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that game, I hope y'all enjoyed my guests. I'm talking about 57. Freddy right here in the building, man. I'm talking about one of the founders of this game when it came to doing it the right way.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? Before we get out of here, Freddy, like, you know what I mean? Because you spoke about, being more active. I'm hoping that we could do this more often, like these car show conversations, peeping what could keep this culture knitted and strong.
Yeah.
What final the things you want to get off your chest, like, to the people before we get up out of here, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want to talk about a little bit? Just drop something on us.
Like I said, we're gonna try to focus on this content. I think it's a great idea. We can, I think you'll be the perfect guy to kind of spearhead this car panel where we can discuss the rights and the wrongs about the culture. I think it's needed. I think we're in a space where it's accepted already. People, they're seeking for that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? The car guys are seeking for that knowledge. They need the guidance. They want it. And I think you're probably one of the guys that can kind of put it together. Of course, you got my support. Yeah. And like I said, man, Rick Ross Car Show, June 13th. You can get your tickets at rickrosscarshow.com. And also Slippery Soap. We're at 3,000 AutoZone locations. So that's a major milestone for Jeremy, Ross, you know, the whole Slippery Soap team. And man, like I said, man, Rick Ross Car Show, June 13th.
And let me, before we get out of here, let's pay some bills with it too, man. You know, if you celebrate anything, man, anything. I'm talking about graduations, you celebrating anniversaries. What the best thing to drink, man? What the best thing to pop? You talking about them black bottles? We talking about that Bel Air. You know what I mean? I love the taste of that white bottle. Is definitely my favorite right there. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So we gonna drink on that Bel Air. We gonna come out to the car show. We gonna also, man, y'all make sure y'all tap into the 20th-year anniversary, man, of Every Day I'm Hustling, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the anthem that really, you know what I mean, catapult the attitude of being a real Miami boy. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know what it is, man. The original city of the Water Boys. Like in that video, it showed they was running up to the car selling jeans.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like when I first see that, I was like, boy, if that ain't Miami. You remember on 27 right there by the flea market? You remember the long gate? It used to be toys and everything. Like,
I remember that.
You like a swap beat right at the light.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Only in Miami, man. Like, yes, for real, we hustle different, man. Like, yes, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ross for putting that anthem out there. I'm definitely looking forward. And what better way to celebrate it with class? Like, bro, really done got on some classy ass shit. You feel me?
Hell yeah. You could get your tickets on POM20.com. I think his first show is in Miami.
Definitely.
I think it's May 29th.
That shit finna be historical.
You already know, so you could get your tickets on POM20.com. And you know you got to throw on that suit and tie, that tuxedo. You got to throw that shit. I already got my suit ready. I had my suit ready for like 2 years.
Man, I'm definitely finna get in the suit game, man. Yes, shout out, man, to that Rap Arena. They doing their thing over there, man. Another layer to, you know, to the battle Empire. To the Empire. Yes, shout out to Rap Snacks.
Yes,
you know what I mean? And one, I tell my favorite thing of the whole Rap Snacks is, damn, boy, I was trying to leave it alone, but you brought them damn cup suits back in my life, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I'm talking about that lemon pepper. Yeah. Hey, Rob, man, you dirty for that, man. I'm talking about the man. Listen, I was trying to leave the news. Some shit I wanted to leave in the joint, man. But you got me hooked on them. Talking about that lemon pepper, man.
Pepper chili joint.
Chili. Yeah. I'm stuck with it, man. You feel me? But nah, man, we appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for stopping in, man.
Always.
I know it was a tight window, but like you say, man, you're a man of your word.
Got to keep your word, man. Got to keep your face clean. You car dudes, you got to keep your face clean, like Ross told Sudi.
Hey, man, Sudi gonna be like, why, man? We ain't gonna let up, Sudi. We ain't gonna let up,
get
man.
my dog that drop. You know what I'm saying? So he can take these clips and put them on his page. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we ain't gonna let up, man. We ain't gonna let up,
Sudi,
man.
My brother,
but you know,
I've known Sudi for a long time.
Right, you can't fault the hustler, man. You know what I'm saying? But nah,
hustler. He been out here for a minute.
Been out here for a minute, man. One of the legends in the game, man. Suleiman down south with it, man. You feel me? Once again, man, if y'all ain't up on Freddy, I don't know where you been at. This historical right here, man. I appreciate you for coming through What They Do podcast, sitting on the red carpet with the OG, man, chopping it up, dropping them tips and the warning shots to the guys, because this car game, this is something that's gonna be passed on to our kids, man.
Sir,
you know what I'm saying? And so we want them to come in the game right.
Yeah, don't make no, you know.
We want to leave them something, a legacy.
Yes, no mistakes, man. I mean, we all make mistakes, man, but we gotta, you know what I'm saying, the ones now that we have the knowledge and the experience, we need to pass that on, you know?
Exactly.
It kind of hurts me to see these guys mess up the bag the way they messing it up.
Man, appreciate you, man. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all keep it locked on What They Do podcast. If you're not gonna make it to the car show, we gonna have that footage for you. You know what I'm saying? June 13th. Get your tickets. What it looking like, man? Them tickets, what it looking like, man?
I said the pre-sale tickets already. You know,
first week out the gate, first day.
Shit, boy, that shit was gone. But like I said, man, RickRossCarShow.com, June 13th. Shout out to What They Do podcast.
You already know it is. We out of here.
And we just warming up, you know what I mean? Gigaveli just warming up. What They Do just warming up. Ricky Rose, we just warming up, and we finna give y'all some game today. So this only the beginning.
County street nigga, I'ma hold it down. 5120 each one I break down. Supply my whole hood, visions to supply the town. I'm talking about Palm Beach, Broward County, back down south. Vato get them pounds. JG Wentworth, I need that money now. Same day we get them in, same day we move them out. They gon' break them bitches down.
Maybach music.